Hello and welcome to Mindful Living, where we explore the art of living with the intention, balance, and inner peace. I am Avik, your host, guiding you through conversations on health, meditation, mental well being, mindfulness, and the mind body connection. Each episode features expert insights to help you grow, heal, and thrive. So, take a deep breath, relax, and join us on this journey to a more mindful and fulfilling life. So, let's get started.
Hello and welcome back, listeners, to another episode on the Mindful Living podcast. And prepare to be inspired this time. Meet our guest, Nolan, a man whose story could easily be a movie. Diagnosed with dystonia as a child, he faced what seemed like impossible odds. But rather than letting his neurological disorder define him, Nolan harnessed resilience and grit to rewrite his own story. And now, a best selling author, powerful speaker, and dedicated coach, Nolan's journey shows how facing fear head on can redefine what we believe is possible. And join us on the mindful living as we explore Nolan's incredible path from struggle to success, filled with life lessons, laughter, and insight into the strength that comes from pushing through fear. So, listeners, let's welcome our guest. Nolan, welcome to the show. And it is an absolute honor to have you with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So, facing fear is something we all have to do, Nolan, but often it feels insurmountable. We feel like giving up. What was one of the biggest fears you had to overcome, and how did that experience change you?
Right. So growing up with this condition was not easy. I had I was struggling every day of my life. Because of the condition I have. Uh,
Mhm,
just just to be able to stay still is a challenge in and of itself.
mhm,
So I grew up with a lot of fear, and I think that was caused due to lack of control
mhm,
because I wasn't able to control my body. That,
mhm,
that I had fear of that actually made me have fear of everything of just everything in general. Like I was afraid of like
mhm,
I'll fly. You see outside. If you see I'll fly outside, I was scared of that too.
mhm,
Um, I had I had multiple surgeries, and so as a kid having to go and do surgeries, they also brought in feelings from us as well. So
mhm,
I was surrounded by fear. I was afraid to speak up.
mhm,
I was afraid to let people down.
mhm,
Fear was a big part of my life as a kid. Also growing up as well. Um, but now as an adult, and
mhm,
after and for the past couple of years, I believe that I have figured out how to
mhm.
shift that and change that into a more positive, like more flat, so I can flip me more on face this year.
Hmm. No, that is really, really very empowering, Nolan. And thank you so much for sharing with our listeners. When self-doubt is there, what is your go-to method for staying focused and pushing forward?
When I have self doubt, actually when I have self doubt. the best thing I would say is to is to is to just do it. Just do it and see what happens. Because what happens is when when we have self doubt,
Mm-hmm.
we're in our heads, and so the more we doubt ourselves, the harder it's going to be to 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 move past it. And so
Mm-hmm.
I and so I would say that whenever we're having self doubt, just go ahead and just do and just take it on as a challenge.
Definitely, definitely. That's a very, very bold and courageous attitude, Nolan. Um, Lovely. That is lovely. How do you help others as well shift their mindset to see fear as a stepping stone instead of a roadblock?
Yeah, so see fear as the stepping stone rather than a roadblock. I would say that so fear will hold you back, and
Mm,
also and 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 so if you're being held back, you won't grow. So in order to grow, in order for us to grow, we have to we have to we have to fail.
right.
And and I actually talk about this. I have a whole chapter on this in my book that I share as well about how fear holds us back and how we have to step into it and we have to fail in order for us to grow.
Mm, definitely, definitely. That is really inspiring. So as a gift, you are sharing your journey, your biggest challenges, how you turned your biggest challenges into, uh, life-changing moments of personal growth. So definitely, our listeners are going
Yeah.
to be so inspired. And you are a champion of facing fears. And I don't have words to say, but you know, my from my heart, I can say you are a champion. Yet
With your kind
some
words.
say fear can be a protective instinct. So how do you know when to listen to fear versus when to push through it?
Yeah. So fear also protects us, right?
Mhm.
So if we're like if we if we if it's nighttime and we're in like and we're out and we're out in a city where it's dangerous, you know, that's when that's when fear can help us, right? So we need to be conscious of our surroundings. Like, is this fear? Is this fear gonna possibly hurt me in any way? Am I gonna be hurt or injured or even killed in any way? So that's that would be a good thing to know to know how fear is protecting you. If you are if you are afraid of just trying something and there's no like there's no real reason to be afraid of it other than the fact that your mind is telling you that you're afraid,
Mhm.
and that's when you have to push through the fear and do it anyways.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And you have been both a student and teacher of resilience, Nolan. So, from your experience, what's one mindset shift that helps transform fear into a stepping stone instead of a roadblock?
Yeah, so I would say that you said that I'm sorry, can you
Yeah,
please
I'll repeat.
repeat it? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll repeat it for you. So, you have been both a student and a teacher of resilience. So, what's one mindset shift that you would like to share with our listeners that helps transform fear into a stepping stone instead of a roadblock?
Okay, yeah. So in order to get past, in order to make fear a stepping stone and not a roadblock,
Mhm.
I would say to really challenge yourself, like to think about is this is this is this is this fear gonna hurt me anyway?
Mhm.
Is this like is it or is this freaking help or is this fear gonna help me grow after after I pass it? Like
Mm.
will I grow? Will I grow as a person after facing my fears? Right.
Yeah, that's
So
very true.
if the answer is yes, and and you and you know deep down inside that you will grow after facing your fears, then that's when you know that it's that it's it should not be a roadblock. It should be a milestone that you need to achieve.
Definitely. Lovely, lovely, Nolan. This is really, really inspiring. And finally, if our listeners they want to connect with you, uh, get access to your book as well as seek wisdom and resources from you, how they can do that.
Yeah. So actually, I'm giving away a free PDF
Mm-hmm.
all of your listeners on my site
Mm-hmm.
Nolan Kashat.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wanna follow my journey, you can follow me on Instagram at Nolan Kashat or on Facebook. Same thing in Nolan Kashat. And if you really wanted to, you could get the paperback version of my book on on Amazon. But there's a free PDF on my site. If you want to get it that way. Well, there's a couple ways for you to connect with me.
Lovely, lovely. We'll have all the details mentioned in the show notes for our listeners. And Nolan, as we wrap up this enlightening conversation with you, you have reminded us all that fear is not the enemy, but rather a teacher guiding us toward growth and resilience. Your incredible journey from the depths of adversity to a life of triumph, it serves as an inspiration for all of us, especially the young generation. So, thank you so much for coming on the show and gracing us with your presence.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate your time.
Lovely. And listeners, Nolan's insights on pushing through fear and redefining possibilities encourage all of us to embrace challenges with courage and determination. You have heard from him, and I'm very confident we all have realized how we can turn our fears into opportunities for personal growth. And thank you to everyone as well for joining us today on this journey of transformation. We hope you leave feeling empowered to face your fears and unlock your true potential. If you wish to connect with Nolan, you can visit his website, nolankashat.com. You can get a free access, free copy of his book, Still Here: How to Turn Your Biggest Challenges into Life Changing Moments of Personal Growth. And you can also check out his resources. You can connect with him, and you'll get access to wonderful resources on his website. So we'll have all the details mentioned in the show notes along with this episode for you. And until next time, remember that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Embrace it, learn it, and let it lead you to new horizons. Thank you.